classifications of discrimination. So for instance, if you might want to have some information about discrimination based on disability, you can look on the index. It gives you a summary of some of the cases on which page they are, and then you go through and see some of the most recent cases that have come down based on discrimination based on disability, or if you wanted it on age, or whatever you wanted to have. This is meant to be a working tool for you, so you can go through and have something at a moment's notice to go through and give you some of the most current law in these different categories of discrimination in labor laws, things such as that. Then we actually get to the outline for the presentation itself. What I'm going to do, if we can, on this is I'm going to really walk through this as I can. Many of you know that when I've done this in the years in the past, a lot of what the first portion of this comes from, and I'll do my last little plug here, and I promise about that. Basically, we finally got around to 2 years ago, I finally published the book that I've been talking about called Handling Employment for Bosses and Supervisors, otherwise known as Employment BS. A little humor there with the bull, that's why it's on the front. Those are for sale back in the back at $15. It's for sales at Borders, Amazon.com, whatever the other bookstores are over there for about it's about $25 or so. These are 15, so if you want those, we'll do a book signing at the end for anybody interested in doing that. Because Jose was the first person to get here today, Merry Christmas, Jose. There you go. All right. All right, so let's kind of walk through this as best as we possibly can. We will take a break about halfway through. As far as the facilities go, hopefully you've seen it. I know it's a little tough to wander around all over up here and find this location there, but you go out the back door. You know the elevator or the stairs that you came up, you go towards that direction, but you just go out that back door, take a right, and then you'll take your first door going back where the elevator and the stairs were, and then there's a door there that goes to the right, and that's where the restrooms are. Okay, so those are available for you for doing that. All right, let's start going through it here. We're on secret and non-secret methods to avoid. Look on page 3 of your outline. And what I'm going to be doing occasionally, I'm not very good at standing behind a podium, as many of you know, so I'm going to pace back and forth. Poor Mike has already told me how thrilled he is about that when I'm walking, but the goal here is to make sure, to hopefully make sure everybody's understanding what we're talking about. It's been my experience again, and my father taught me this years ago. He was a public speaker. If I get up here and say things you don't understand, it means basically I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I should be very concise, to the point, and direct about what I'm saying. And if that's not what's happening, tell me. Okay? I apologize in advance if that's what starts to occur. Many of you know I talk pretty rapidly as well. We've got a lot to cover here, folks, and it's a relatively short time period to do this, so I apologize again about the pace I'm going to be going through on this. And the other thing that's difficult many times is many folks here, and I know, very, very well, more than half of you here,